Yeah, a couple of ways that sustainability initiatives can help us thrive as a business. One area would be around saving money, fundamentally. Another example of an area is talent, right? People want to work for organisations with a purpose that are really sustainable and are doing good in society. So if you want to attract top talent, actually showing that you're trying to be dramatic and bold in your ambition about being more sustainable is critical. It's a kind of a starter for 10, right? People aren't just going to come in the door unless you've got that.
There's this really interesting opportunity for combining being ecological with being economical. So if we think about evergreening technology, either as consumers or as businesses, and extending the life of the electronic platforms that we use, then we're also saving the environment, because those things are quite harmful to the environment. So we should look at those things hand in hand together as businesses.
So I think in particular for retailers, particularly online retailers, a lot of the challenges are around returns of products, how you process those, how you get them back into the market, if you get them back into the market, and therefore enabling and empowering our customers to make the right choice the first time round and reducing the amount of returns is a key way that we can actually help them make the right choices, deliver the right product, the right quality, the right price, but also reduce the overheads that exist with that returns process that will come back to you.
I think the other way in terms of cost reduction, if you look at, we have some pretty beefy costs we spend on things like energy and so on, and we are really trying to reduce that pretty ambitiously. I saw a target of a 50% reduction, and that's saving money as well as delivering for the environment. So to achieve those things requires bold action, but actually if you make commitments over a few years, then you can be pretty successful.
I think one of the challenges, particularly it's approaching for us, is a lot of legacy systems. So in order to give the right information to enrich that data for our customers, there's a lot of work that needs to happen. And in turn, that creates its own sustainability challenges, because we have a lot of servers, a lot of processing that we're using, a lot of legacy work. So there's opportunities there in terms of actually changing that hardware and changing the software and the systems that we're working on. But the problem there is that in a downturn, the money to actually do that is much reduced. So trying to work out how to fund those changes while simultaneously trying not to break the bank.
So some of the barriers and obstacles we face, I think, is transition costs, right? It's not like we've got enough going on in our business as it is. So any changing the agenda takes time and effort, and there's a cost to that. Not just a cost in terms of wooden dollars or real dollars, but there's also a cost in terms of effort being diverted from our core priorities. So one obstacle would be diverted effort and transition cost.
The biggest challenges for implementing sustainability is getting that buy-in. A lot of people see it as being woke or maybe something for hippies. But the current events, when we look at the impact on the environment and the kind of economical aspects as well, tell us that this is something that we should all be looking at, and the increased focus that investors have on sustainability as well should sharpen business minds on that.
Technology can help in kind of a couple of ways. There's a pure technology cost. So if we think we use Azure, we use Google, and using vendors to provide data center infrastructure which is more sustainable is really, really important. So there's kind of pure technology, compute, how is that really sustainable and good for the environment.
That empowering the customers to make the right choice, and that's by enriching the data, giving better advice, introducing certain technologies that help those customers out. But the other part is about writing much more efficient code and building much more efficient systems, delaying processing to be off peak, so you're removing some of those peaks and troughs in your processing power, reducing the amount of compute that you need at any given time. And that in turn reduces the power that you need, air conditioning and all sorts of things in server rooms, what have you. So it actually, by reducing those peaks, it gives you a much more efficient and more environmentally friendly business.
Technology has a real contribution to make to sustainability, because we can look at it for creating digital twins. We can explore things without actually using materials, and we can also use it for sensors, for monitoring how well we're doing on energy consumption, for example.
And then you've also got to think about, if any sustainability initiative you're looking at across a business, how do you analyse that? How do you identify the right way? That's only through Internet of Things can give us much more powerful data about how, what is driving cost and what is driving sustainability or bad practices. And that enables us also to plot out and project and in real time analyse where the opportunities are and so on.